Hello my gorgeous heroes, and welcome back. My name is Mia from the Twitch and YouTube channels Direction Challenged. If you like horror and like rare gems, oh boy do I have something for you today. Darkness Under My Bed originally started as an itch.io submission, and it has 3 games in the series, 2 being free, the last, reviewed here, being only about 3 USD at the time I was buying it. Although technically a large portion of my 20 to 30 plus hours playing this game was due to me falling asleep while playing it, which in afterthought means a lot in itself, I started playing it in one of my Twitch stream sessions, and I spent the whole day after stream and even the next day trying to unravel all its secrets. And gosh, this game is like an onion. Layers and layers and layers. The same actions will take you to different parts of the story depending on how you progressed in previous runs, and the scenery will randomly change, sending chills up your spine. I would say there were no jump scares in the sense that most people understand it, but rather the game relies on creepy sounds and BGM and the atmosphere to deliver the scares. And how does a static point and click game, when nothing moves and each action cuts to a different photograph scene, bring horror? My mind was blown at how well it was done. There are so many interpretations as to what this game is about, and there is no definite explanation, so my opinions and understanding I assume won't be a spoiler. I understood this game to be an exploration of a world created under a bed with items that are supposed to be innocent, the discrepancy of the story being told and the medium used enhancing the horror. This created world tells a story of a terrifying event that happened, and now that is a spoiler, so I won't tell you, but the game is so full of disturbing imagery such as empty blister cases of pills and mutilated dolls with what is, although black and white, players will take to be blood on them. One short segment, which I will not show you here for obvious reasons, was so graphic, during my stream I wondered if I'll get a warning for it. At the very least, it walks the line, so if you are attempting or planning to stream this, I just have one thing to say. When you first have to use your night vision, be ready to turn the game screen off your OBS or whatever streaming software you use. When you start understanding the story, the more and more you play the game, the already creepy imagery shown here levels up even more, which I didn't think was possible. The main game seems to be, at first, about finding memories that build up to and reveal the real story. And when you get to the true ending, it breaks the fourth wall and does have you wondering if what you are looking at is real for a while. There are some major dolls that appear throughout your hunt for these memories, and codes and shortcuts, which seem like just add-ons to the atmosphere at first, are in actuality, if you finish finding all the memories, you'll find out that they serve much more, as each world is interlocked with one another, and these dolls each have separate stories which you have to resolve. Nothing is shown outright. At best, they are symbolized, and in most of the time, the things that happen are only implied, not shown. As the worst horrors come from the viewer's unlimited imaginations, for this reason, I think this was a great choice by the devs. You'll be diving again and again into each world, trying to do things differently and in different orders, so these shortcuts and codes, which are also shortcuts, are lifesavers. The creativity of using cardboard, dolls, graph paper, scribbles, and odd bits and pieces to make a crude miniature world that is this level of disturbing made many players think this game had to have been made by a violent psychopath who only knows how to place and craft symbolism this well because they are one. I know this isn't the case, but nonetheless, It gave me high-quality thrills that satisfied me to the point of bliss. The usage of items that you can pick up are not cryptic or far-stretched like a lot of point-and-click games can be. Pens write, scissors cut. But what they write and cut is the deciding factor. For this, you might want to find out for yourself. As for the gameplay, it's not the most exciting in the world. You click on preset icons to move to different areas or interact with items, and once you have an item, there is almost no guesswork to where the item can be used. A prompt will appear only on the place of interest that the item you are holding can be used. The areas are like a maze, and you will get lost until you start to memorize the maps. Clicking right to move to the next area does not mean you can click left to go back. And since you can only hold one item at a time, at times there was a lot of going back and forth over these areas, which can feel frustrating if you did one thing wrong at the end of a run and have to do it all over again. That said, no action can lock you out of actually finishing a run, and you can press R to restart at any point. Nothing permanently locks you out of anything either, so you don't have to worry about the fact that there are no manual saves. However, any action that you do undertake can lock you out of progressing in certain ways within the current run. You do get 5 separate save slots though. There are, to my knowledge, about 2 achievements that are missable. You do have to rely on memory, as the game does not provide you with an in-game map or track collectibles, or even tell you where a path leads, or if going down a certain path blocks your way back or such. So, unless you are very organized and write down every input and result, or have an exceptional memory, trying to get 100% without hints or guides, like I am, will take quite some time. Reading the achievement descriptions helps the most in that case. What is interesting is that the game is played with the premise that explorations and actions are done solely based on a video camera-based device that you are holding, and there can be bugs, glitches, or system errors that limit actions in certain ways unless you fix them. What was truly frustrating though was that, first, the camera allows you to take pictures using the right mouse button, but you can't see the photos you took, and aside from taking pictures to remember things, there is no other function. And second, this game is a classic. You might know what you need, but the game won't progress until the game knows what you need. Taking a photo of a clue, but imprecisely, or not knowing that you have to zoom in after taking the picture to save the photo, had me racking my brain and backtracking hours on end to rediscover the clue's locations because the game wouldn't let me input a clue that I personally remembered them, but the game couldn't. Even so, I love the game so much and downloaded all of their other games for future plays on my Twitch stream. And if you would like to join in the playthroughs of rare gems such as these, head on over to my Twitch channel through the link in the description below and drop me a follow, which I'll greatly appreciate. I'd also like to welcome you into our Discord server where we talk about anything and everything, but have a shared interest in gaming and game-related tech and often let others know our precious findings and news. And well, that's it for now. Stay safe, my gorgeous heroes, and noodaloo.